Peanuts have been raised in the Old Dominion since 1842. Today they represent some of the best quality snacks in the nation. And while several major companies process and sell peanuts, there is still a Virginia family tradition of cooking the tasty treats.
The Gourmet salted peanut, that product is so good to me. One reason because it's my grandmother's peanut recipe, and that's what we started our company with. And when I was just a kid, she would make fixed peanuts for us, and you couldn't stop eating them. They were just so good, and she had a special way of doing them. I'm sure a lot of people in this part of Virginia cooked them the same way, but you know, it was just something about hers that made it better. And that's the recipe we use now.
My great-grandfather had a little peanut farm, and my grandmother was a school teacher, but would go out into the farm, into his fields, and pick the largest peanuts she could find, and cook them in a unique way, which is called a kind of blister fried cooking. So she would soak them in hot water and then fry them in oil. And she would package them up and give them to her friends as gifts, right? And people loved what she was giving them, and soon there was like a demand. People were like, oh, Dad, I need some more of these peanuts.
Marshall Rabil is the third generation of his family to help run the Hubbard Peanut Company, while Lindsey, Vincent, and his wife Scott started their Good Earth Peanut Company from scratch a few decades ago. Both businesses focus on quality and customer service to succeed.
And one thing that I really love is every can has a key, kind of the key to the party that helps you get into the can. And instead of a plastic top, we have a little bit of an elevated feel to the packaging. So you can take the key, you pop open the lid, and then you can get into the nice foil, and it's just you hear that sound, that freshness. It's so good. And so one thing that's just really nice is that we have these tools that kind of go along with Hub's brand, and yeah, and there we go.
Quality and variety are important marketing tools for peanut producers. But so is the heritage of peanut farming in Southeastern Virginia, where the crop was first planted.
We have a single origin peanut, which is really cool. We do this project once a year with Elisha Barnes, who's a fourth generation peanut farmer who still shocks peanuts the old fashioned way, using a pitchfork and drying them in the sun. And we buy his whole crop from him. That's a nice limited release product.
I grew up on a peanut farm right here, and before me, my family raised peanuts. And so I loved farming, and I loved raising peanuts. And the way the peanut season usually goes is in this area, you usually plant, and your first planting is in April and through May. And then, of course, you take care of them all summer long. They're like little children. You have to give them a lot of love and attention during the summer. And then they start maturing in August, and usually have matured by the last week of August or first or second week of September.
Virginia growers and peanut companies are proud that their product is one of the healthiest snack foods available. And all the raw product is locally grown.
I argue that peanuts are the world's most sustainable superfood for a number of reasons. One, the health benefits for us as individuals, because they are a plant-based protein, but they're also high in fiber, folate, niacin, arginine. So they're good for your heart health, they're good for your brain health. So peanuts really are just a natural powerhouse of nutrients and minerals.
The vendors that we buy from, they're all Southeastern Virginia peanuts that we use. And so even if they don't come from right here in Skippers, they're still the Virginia type peanut and still raised in Virginia.
While harvest season is in the fall, March is when peanut growers and processors celebrate their product. From special promotions to tie-ins to tourism, this is a good month to shop for this traditional treat.
More than likely we will have a special online. More than likely we will have a special here in the store. But we have a love sign that we created for the Department of Tourism that we've never had a grand opening for, because we just finished it back in the fall. So we will probably unveil that then with the chamber here, our local chamber, and hopefully somebody from the Department of Tourism will come. We may even, give out little packets of peanuts.
One thing that we really value is that we are still a family and community-oriented business. The Vine, our marketplace, really is a community center, and I think it's something that Dot and HJ, Lynn, and Frank, my parents, really ingrained the importance of community. And so I think that our family business, being a family-owned business, really integrates well with our community, and I think that's something that we don't want to lose.
Whether they're processed by a major corporation or a small Virginia food company, you can't go wrong with a Virginia peanut. Reporting from Richmond, Virginia, I'm Elijah Griles.